Welcome back to an episode of We Are in the First Settlement, and there's still a little bit of stuff to do, because there is this little mission, which is called Storms on the Horizon. We have to talk with Sylvia Oaks, which is actually on the northern side, somewhere over there, but let's just ignore all of that, and talk to all of the other NPCs that I've come across in this town already, starting with Howie again. So it could be that he has some additional dialogue for us, so let's just check that out. I think we'll be seeing more of each other down the road a piece. Yes indeed, sure. Now that was that. Let's just hammer through everything in here. That is a player housing. That is also player housing. Okay, so you know if it's player housing if there's a little dot in front of it, which makes things a little bit easier to decide. Yeah, thank goodness there's an easy way around. Also, but this right here. Could there be another way of knowing if a building is like inhabited by a player or not? Because that would be nice to know from afar, so you don't just waltz aimlessly through the city. Gunter Rost.
All the hubbub going on around here, you think the place would be packed.
But it's not. Strangely enough. So, yeah, this was one. The thing is, I have no idea if one of those NPCs was actually somewhere up here or not. So, that could be a thing. Oh, actually, you could hide some items up there. But anyway. Oh, wait. No, this is only for Marauders. Damn it. Gladis Bond.
You'll have to come back later. Just now I have about, let's see, 5 separate crises to attend to.
Great. So every one of them has like one little bit of dialogue, but then nothing more, which is okay, understandable. And this is the in part, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright, Iona Fairfax.
Welcome to the Everlasting Torch. We are always burning for you. You here to check in? Be my guest. Literally.
Maybe even the early one. Okay, what happens if I check in as a guest? Does it cost anything? Welcome to First Light Inn. Would you like to check in? This will allow you to recall and respawn at the settlement from anywhere in the world. Alright, why not? Respawn point activated. First Light is now your well, thingy to call home. I could recall to inn, but it doesn't really say how many hours that is. Okay, so let's use it when we need it. I don't want to use it right now and then have an awful lot of downtime on that.
Welcome to the Everlasting
Okay,
Torch.
to the Everlasting. At least this little icon tells you that this is a NPC that's somewhat useful, at least. Alright. Who else was there? There were the Marauder guys, right? Yeah, the Marauders were actually somewhere up there, I believe. So this is not where I want to go. Oh, that's a trading post thingamajig. So let's just go to the Syndicate and also... that might be the one. Or was this a player? Could be a player. Or was it? No. It's Kim Ji-hoon.
Greetings, traveler. If you venture outside the settlement, I would advise you exercise caution.
Well, we came in here from the outside, so we were pretty cautious already. Did I die though? Ursula Long.
You have questions, and the Syndicate is where you will find the answers. You will return. The bones have told me as much.
Interesting. So they are somewhat mystics. Fascinating. And then there is... What is the other thing? It's not the Marauders, it's the what's it called? Conclave? No, what's it called? Covenant. Wait, can you actually go sideways or right? I don't think so. Let's just go forward and then to the right. What's so special about this house, though? That's weird. It's completely empty. Very weird. Oh no. Am I? Damn it. I am stuck. I don't wanna be stuck up here. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Does she look like a Covenant to you? No. That is definitely not Covenant-ish. Whatever. And that was where the inn was, wasn't it? No. This is the Rost guy. Yeah. The thing is, he has no icon, meaning it's a very, very strange kind of character. So that's that. Yeah, it's behind me, actually. Does it mean down this way? Alright. We are getting somewhere. Perfect. Let's just get a little bit more water. Why not? Very important. And there we have this guy. So.
By the grace of this park, is it not truly a wonder to be alive?
Mm-hmm. A wonder to be alive multiple times in a row. That is really, really wondersome. Now, what are we gonna do with the Marauders? And why? Oh, maybe this is what's happening here. Like this, this Marauder outpost, or like this city is aligned with the Marauders. This is why this flag points out Marauders, and this is why there are like Marauder cards all over. Maybe this is why. Interesting. And maybe they are aligned with the Marauders. It's green. Some is yellow, some is green, some is purple. What's that stuff? Is this like general unallocated area? Recommended level, whatnot? Territory is currently uncontrolled. Nice. So what do oh, we got a quest board. Very interesting. Let's do this afterwards. But let's see what that is. Doesn't work. What else we got? Demon Slayer Corpse. Ooh. Is this a player house or not? Looks very weird. Also fairly empty too. No, you cannot. Okay, there's an invisible wall there. So the houses themselves have some kind of invisible barrier around them that prevents you from entering them normally. And the only way in is just by going through the entrance and loading the whole thing up. Alright. So, what do we have here? Another... Wait. So this is the war board. And then we have the... town project board. Okay, town project. Doesn't really say quest, but... let's see what this town project board does. Armor smithing. Forge and deliver set of stalwart crude iron armor. Plus 20 for the... what's this? Upgrade forge to tier 3. Okay, upgrade ballista to tier 2. So this is the forge, and this is the ballista. At least you can decide what you want to do. So this is one thing, I believe. And this is now... activate chef's passion. What's that? Cutlass keys, tannery downgraded. What? No, come on. Town upkeep. So how does that... all missions will refresh in so many minutes. Okay. There are only 4 types of missions here. Town upkeep. Weaponsmith, forge and deliver. Harvest is needed. Hunt wolves. That's actually very interesting. So in order for all of the crafting to actually work, you need an active community. Very interesting. Let's just hope that the game can actually make that happen. Because it can be that some areas might just be completely empty of people, right? And it ends up splitting the player base into 2 large factions, one at the end game and one at the early game, and everything in between is just some kind of pass-through area where the people just use what they want to use, but there's no real there's no real incentive to stay there, because either they end up staying at the high level areas with where there is no more levels to be gained, or they try to get access to as many people early on as possible, therefore they stay at the early game area. So that might be a thing. Anyway, how we can start the mission. Okay, is there some kind of can we start all of the missions, or is this somewhat limited? Who knows? Okay, hunt 15 wolves, I can do that. Territory 1000, whatnot, territory standing, okay. Wow, territory standing can be done really quickly. Search for 2 bellows at Dayspring Mills. Return here for delivery. I don't even know where that is, but anyway. Acquire and deliver 90 linen. I can do that. In progress. Hunt wolves. Yes. Can I just do everything? What happens if I decline that? Do I get any... are you sure you want to abandon your current mission? No. Okay. Acquire and deliver 10 firm fish and fillet. It's... Are you sure you want to abandon your current... Wait a minute, what? Ah, no, I double-clicked by accident. Fortune deliver a set of starwood. No, I can't do that at the moment. Search for one alchemical catalyst and howling forts. Return here for delivery. Okay, I could try that. Could try that too. And fortune deliver. I think you can just take all of the missions in here, right? Weaponsmith, forge, bruise, crude, iron, armaments. No. 100 fiber. Okay. Coarse leather. Yes. I can make that. What about that one? That too. Oh! No. Okay, so the experience does not change according to... What is that? Yes. New mission will be available. Oh, you... Oh, sadly. Okay, acquire and deliver 5 night crawler bait. Search for 2 lacing and hatchberry. Okay. Let's try that. So do not cancel missions because otherwise they are just gone. But what happens if you do a mission but don't finish them? That's weird. Okay, so that means we're going to start all of the missions. Complete all missions. You have 1 completed mission. What? Which one? Oh, this thing. Nice. Huh. Okay, so either you can cancel them or finish them. Very neat. But what happens if you have those missions available still? I think what you can do is try to get the ones with the highest return, do them, and then maybe select some others with high return in the next batch of quests. Maybe this is how that works. So, how does that work? Sign up not available because... So how does it work? War tutorial. Control points. Attackers must take all 3 points before the gate can be damaged and so on. Once they are taken, they are respawn points and access to armory. A win condition. Once all 3 control points are taken, attackers can try to knock down gates and take the control point in the fort. If attackers succeed, they will win the war. If attackers fail to climb it, defenders will win the war. Respawning. As the war goes on, there will be longer and longer respawn waves. When soldiers are killed, they will respawn in the next respawn wave. Battle tokens. Players earn battle tokens by damaging their enemy. With battle tokens, players can purchase various items from their armory. Interesting. So we can either go with this one or with that one. It's kind of interesting that the Covenant actually has this little moon mark over here, which is kind of weird because it's green. You would associate it with the Marauders. Like, you have high contrast colors, black and white, and then you have some kind of identification color, which is the green one here. And this one is just 2 identification colors, yellow and green, and then 1 contrast color, which is this thing here. It's kind of weird that the Covenant is in green, though. It's strange. Are all of them in the Covenant, or is this the some kind of a faction thing? Wait a minute. It could also be that it's the symbol of a faction, though. Pretty weird. Wait a minute. Territory planning board. How does that work? Upgrade time. Project active. So this first light. Okay, that's first light. But how? What's that? What's that area? Okay. So this is the island part down here, and then the other coastline part up here. Alright, so we got improve lifestyle, activate chest passion, increase the chance of getting additional meals when cooking for 3 days. And upgrade forge shoot you free that can craft steel, weapons and armors. Yeah, this is exactly what I mean. Like, you cannot get high level stuff without the players actually upgrading the crafting. And it can, I think, also happen that the whole thing just degrades. Upgrade ballisticity to 2 when upgraded. Any existing ballista deployed or otherwise are also upgraded. Or maybe it is some kind of a PvP thing, so you can destroy it, or it can, yeah, maybe it can be destroyed and then you have to rebuild it again, similar to the similar to how Warhammer works, actually. An awful lot of similarities. Truce proposal. On this island of eternal life, there have been established 3 parties of interest: the Marauders, the Syndicate, and the Covenant, that shall thusly be referred to as factions. These factions represent their individual interests and motivations that shall be introduced to every new denizen, henceforth referred to as the subject of Eternum. Once all 3 introductions have been issued, the subject is to return to the magistrate of the settlement and make a formal, immutable decision on which faction they wish to swear their undying allegiance to. Henceforth, the subject shall belong to their chosen faction and be available to fight at wars for settlement, gubernatorial control, as well as conduct missions for influence within their faction. All members of each faction agree to conduct their fighting away from the settlements of Eternum, as they are hereby decreed sanctuary. Interesting. Interesting. So this is a very peaceful way of doing it, actually. So the pact is decreed, and so it shall be, so for so long as there is life on Eternum. Note, the bloody factions refuse to sign the bloody truce. Perhaps some change in wording would convince a representative to come forward and unite the factions in this agreement. Okay. So, Constable Oak's Journal. March 18th. I've long since lost track of how long I've been on Eternum, and other than the vague recollection of bearing children, I can't even remember my life in the old world. I don't know if it's time that's taken the toll on my memory or all the lies. Each year they've piled higher, and I can no longer sort the truth from the false. Watching Ethelgard slowly shrivel in body and spirit, I forced myself into the habit of putting on a hopeful smile, no matter how I felt inside. Saints know I tried for his sake. I risked everything in a desperate bid to escape this island, but as with everything else here, it ended with disappointment. For some reason, I still remember the smell of his skin when he was a newborn, but in the years before he left, Ethelgard smelled like a sick old man. It reached the point where I couldn't even get close to him. I'll never forgive myself for that. I only hope where he is now, he's found some measure of peace. Interesting. Very interesting. It's kind of weird that some people actually live a little bit longer than others. And a little bit meaning like forever. Alrighty, what do we have up here? Nothing. What's this? Governor's desk. Can only be used from the governor, isn't it? Demon Slayer Corpse. Okay. So the Marauder symbol is actually used for the Demon Slayer, I think. Governed by... Yeah. Since June, November... That's not that long ago. 20 upgrades have been done, and amount due 15 that wow. Territory upkeep needs to be paid every 7 days by the governing company in order to prevent the territory from downgrading. What happens if we downgrade? Due in seconds, minutes, hours, days. Whoa. Taxes and fees. Currently period, updated hourly. Wait. Does it mean that this has been raised? Oh, that's not good. The governing company can adjust rates of taxes and fees. Alright, so, can I change that? No, I can't. The governing company. But who's actually in control of that? Or can just anyone in the company change that? Residents of this territory should pay property taxes every 7 days. 5%. Trading tax. Trades within this territory are subject to a tax value, and crafting items in this territory cost a fee per item. Refining resources in this territory costs a fee per resource. Interesting. So what about that one? Company payroll statement. Property tax 1,830. Trading tax 4. That's not that much. Crafting fees that much, and refining fees that much. So if we would craft an awful lot in here, then we would probably be able to do that. The problem is we have to get some gold as well. So where do we get the gold? Or what's that called? Whatever. Some kind of monetary units. Let's call them gold. That's interesting. So on October, the property tax was pretty high, and they were able to pay almost everything. Trading tax, because there's an awful lot of players that were in here. Crafting was done almost all the time. Refining was done all the time. Then a somewhat higher amount was paid in here. Well, similar amount really. Something got shifted around a bit. But then you have November 7th, which already declined. Like, see that? 1/4 of the money already gone. And then it's like 50% already. But can we actually infer something about the numbers? So that's 2,000, that's 18,000. So that's interesting. How long until that one would end? So this is 1,121 with these taxes. So we can expect maybe something similar in here. But there are not that many trades that happen. And also crafting. Crafting went down dramatically. Look at that. Refining fee. 400,000, and now it's just 87,000. That is a lot. Okay, because okay, wait a minute. So this one started after November 14th. Every 7 days. So next Sunday, that thing is due. Incoming downtime for planned paths. So we'll go down at. Oh, you really? Come on. That's stupid. You can't do that. Right. Anyway, so let's ignore that. Anyway, what I wanted to say is that this is basically 50% of the amount that you may get. The property tax, on the other hand, is something that's fairly stable. So we think of this as not changing. So this is not going to double that much, I believe. Same as this one here. 14 houses, 91 houses. So, what on earth? And then, yeah, this is basically stable. And this is going to double, this is going to double, and this is going to double, I think. So that means we have 200. 200 gold plus 800 gold makes 1,000 gold. 2,800 whatnot. 2,800, yeah, so we get an additional like 500 or so, which is not that much. We have to pay 15,000 for that. That's not going to work at all. Can this information at the bottom just disappear right now? I mean, I've seen it. Come on. I don't want to see that. It's annoying. So... interesting though. So let's talk to the guy in order to finish our little mission.
It's always a treat to see a new face.
Gal.
Whether you are new to Eternum or simply from another settlement, you are welcome to
The
First
settlement.
Light.
I have a message from Watcher Lynch.
Oh dear. Then the storm we saw out there was as bad as it seemed. The Shattered Mountain has erupted as well. Lynch said this day would come. It seems she was right. It's funny to recall. There was even a crazy old man warning us about corruption years ago. Reveries aside, we'll need to think carefully about how to proceed.
Interesting. Now, what crazy old man are you talking
Oh, it
about?
was decades ago. He was stark raving mad, but kind of sweet at the same time. I heard a rumor he was wandering around Monarch's Bluffs these days. He's probably become lost by now.
Alright. Anything else?
I'll begin formulating a strategy. We shouldn't rush into anything. I take it you are to whom Watcher Lynch referred in her message.
Exactly.
Then the settlement is already in your debt. If you will, please inform Magistrate Bond of this news, and then visit the inn. We all need our rest, don't we?
Alright, talk to Gladis Bond. Oh wait, let's talk to her again.
Again, you are most welcome to First Light.
Yeah. Can we actually get up ladders? No. Alrighty, what are they doing? Are they going to fight? That's an interesting shield. Okay. Holy shit. Stop that. So, this is again player housing. 10,000. What is this? That might be the teleporter, the fast travel point. Interesting. And I have one unspent territory point in there too. Sadly, you cannot quickly look at all of the previous buffs somewhere on the list also. That would be neat. Like, you can, but not in this window. And 5% more territory standing? Nope. Decrease crafting fee by 5% in First Light. Like, this is the thing. Crafting fee reduction? Huh? Like, they can change the fee for crafting, but then we reduce the crafting fee again with this. This makes no sense. Gathering speed is always great. Increase the gathering speed by 9.3% in First Light. So is this a permanent 9.3 like thing, or is this an additional 9.3? Therefore, it increases by more than that if I were to click on First Light. Because, this is actually level 2. So it started with, I think, 5. And then I only got an increase of 4.3% points. So the more points you put in together or whatever, then the less and less and less you get. But actually, yeah, we don't really care that much about standing or upcoming war. Sign up for this war at a war board. And no. No. We don't do war. We do exploration, crafting, upgrading. Yes. War? Not so much. So, who are you? Are you an NPC? Elijah?
I am here in First Light to find those with strong arms and steel nerves.
Yeah, steel nerves. Sure. So that might be some kind of PvP guy. Puerile desires. Should just crush them all right now. Pack be damned. What use is the pack if no one does anything? If we were leading the Marauders, I'd make certain that things happened. Force these syndicate cowards to give over what they've researched and wipe the sanctimonious smirk over the faces of the Covenant with my blade, if I had to. Commander Yoshi is a great woman, but the others bind her hands. If the weak were meant to rule, then it wouldn't be so easy to get rid of them, wouldn't it? I'll talk with her about it more next time I see her. That's a strange boat. Seems as if there are some, like, staircase missing. Like, see this? If you would extrude this from over here, if you would move it sideways a little bit, it would turn into a normal staircase. I could almost think that this is what they did, right? They took the thing and they squished it down into a 2D thing. Or into a more two-dimensional kind of object. It's not completely two-dimensional, obviously. But it definitely looks like one. So, where are we going right now? This is this exit. Alright. Do we have any more pages to read? What is this? That's a very interesting entrance. So this is the wilderness right now. Do I get a little text that tells me that I'm in the wilderness or not? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There, no. Come on. Ooh. Rah. Come on, let's kill this thing. Hey. I would almost think that it is easier for me to just click on a button that switches weapons entirely. Like, if I can only have 2 of them anyway, then a switch button is better than doing this. Actually, wait a minute. So we have that one now. Yeah, no, a switch button wouldn't be that helpful because it would switch between the weapons at all times. Even if they are holstered, like this one here. And if they are holstered, I can decide which one I want to pick first. So this is a slightly more precise way of picking a weapon. Alright, now what is this? This is another player housing thing again or not? Yeah, it's this. I was up here before. And this is the Albert's Ridges.
Fine day today for getting out and about, isn't it? Pleasure meeting you, stranger.
So, and this one goes up onto the ship again. Yeah, this game doesn't really have any... Okay. Oh, I think you could actually get stuck in here if you fall down the wrong building or so. Whatever. We need to get into the inn and talk to Gladis Bond, which is hopefully... No, this is the Fairfax. Gladis Bond is there. Oh, wait a minute. That's a good idea. Maybe there are some objects on top of the building. Something that I could read, maybe. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Like there's this similar kind of thing in what was it? World of Warcraft. Come on, what's its name? The one in the human forest, in the starting location. Goldshire or something. And there was this little tavern, and everybody was trying to get onto on the top of it by trying to glitch their way through. There we go. Okay, managed to get onto the roof. The roof is on fire. Alright. I think there is actually nothing to collect on top of those roofs though. It looks pretty neat. So let's see how much damage we take. 40 for this kind of fall. Interesting. So, yeah, let's just follow up with Gladis Bond on this one.
You'll have to forgive me. A bit busy just now. First the storm, then Shattered Mountain, and I'm getting no direction or help whatsoever.
Candy Mountain, Charlie. Candy Mountain. The Constable asked me to share this message.
Oh, sent you. Better late than never, I guess. Let's see. Don't suppose she gave you any further instruction, did she? Typical. She probably needs to consider her plan.
And what's the follow-up mission?
I'll do everything I can to ensure First Light is prepared if this situation deteriorates. Let's just hope it's enough.
Alright, I help where I can.
The Constable doesn't realize the urgency here, but I do. We must get to work straight away. You're the one. Sounds like you're capable enough.
Yeah, the Constable said I should visit the inn first.
Of course she did. Very well. I suppose that makes sense. Check in with Innkeep Fairfax and get a room. Go quickly, though. There's no time to waste.
So I do get items left and right for some reason. Great.
It really is quite simple. Speak with Innkeep Fairfax to acquire a room. Unless you prefer to live in another settlement, I suppose.
So, Fairfax, this is the, no, this was the tavern. The inn was the one with the moon on top of this. This is the trading outpost with the raven, makes sense. Inn. So this is the sleeping bear. This is the, what's this thing in its mouth? The drunken fox. The greedy crow. Alright.
Welcome to the everlasting torch.
Wait a minute, I already did the check-in at the inn, yeah.
Welcome to the everlasting torch. We are always burning.
So, time to talk to Gladis Bond again. I did the check-in before, so, happens.
There you are. I was worried I might have run you off. I'm sorry if I seem overly hasty. It's just that this really is an emergency.
As always, like if no one dies, how can it be an emergency? And also, what about food then? It's alright, I understand.
See? You get it. Why doesn't Constable Oaks? I do hope you'll stick around.
Sure. Let's get some axes, daggers.
I would never consider living anywhere other than First Light. This was once the greatest territory in all Eternum, you know.
Yeah, I saw the crafting and money logs, so... you like living in First Light?
I'm surprised you feel the need to ask. Of course I do. This place has been my home for over a century. First Light used to be one of the most influential territories in all Eternum. Not so much these days.
Okay, now what happened?
It's a long story, but indeed, once our markets were packed solid, you should visit the trading post yourself to see the current state of things. Check out the storage space available to you as well.
Alright, I did check out the storage space, but usually storage is found where you need
the
it.
trading post and the storage. I'm surprised you feel the need to ask. Of course.
Alrighty. So yeah, this is the trading post. Where do you interact with the thing? With the table up here? I think so. Alright, now how does that work? We can put in items. How do we do this? We click on them. We can buy now. New balance, this one. Total is this. 1 plus 0 fee. Uh-huh. That's very interesting. So if it's a very, very cheap item, then no fee is getting placed anywhere. So this is one way of making sure that all of the money goes to the people buying and selling things. And then in the end, you're just doing this. Yeah, this one says plus fee. But who gets the money? The seller, probably. At this point, whatnot. It's a really nice way. Oh, also no fee. That's weird. So how high does the price have to be in order for a fee to be there? I mean, it's 5%, right? That means in order for there to be a fee, it has to be 100 divided by 20. 20 gold or something. What is it? I think. Could be. 5% is a 20th? Wait a minute. Something divided by 20 has to be 1. Yeah. So it's 20... Let's call them silver coins or whatever. Parts gold. So, there's none. Why does it say none? Oh, now it shows. Tools, weapons, whatever. We can buy things, we can sell things. Select an item to view. You can only sell items which still have maximum durability and are not bound to you. Okay. If I want to place sell order for this one, how does that work? There's a transaction charge for me putting that in, or for the money actually be your earnings per unit? Yeah. Wait a minute. Per unit. It says per unit, but these are 10 berries. This is a price of 60. Current sell orders. If we can click on them. Yeah, this is per unit. So it's it always gives you the cheapest thing already. The thing is, you can kind of figure out where the mean price is by looking at the numbers in here. So it is somehow actually a little bit higher than 65 or 0.65, because this one goes down already, and this one has still a way of going up. Available, yeah, this is just the amount. So this one, boom, goes higher, and then boom, goes lower. So it could also be that somewhere between this one and that value, there's the maximum. So you can kind of like infer it because of this market graph that you're usually taught in business. Like there's everybody, if you want to sell, right, you want to sell as well, actually you want to sell for the highest price, period. So and if you have a high price already, then you want to sell as many items as well, right? So you want to sell for high price and high amounts. What you do not want, right, is to sell for less, right? This is basically very simple. This is why the price is low, like for sellers, is low at the start of the graph, or at low units, and it is high for more units. And buyers want to do the opposite. They want to get as many items for as cheap as possible, right? This is why it ends on the lower value, and they basically want as little items for a very high price. And both of these graphs meet somewhere, and this is the well, what was it? The Damn, what's it called in English? Anyway, mean, average, market price. Yeah, I think it's called the market price. So this is basically the value where the market is going to push in order to maximize. So everybody tries to sell as many items, of course, but in this case it is more probable for you to sell the value, or like the amount of units with the value that has been figured out by overlaying those two graphs with each other, because then you can sell the most. But actually you can also increase your monetary gain if you have like a split orders, like if you have buy and sell orders in here. Let's say you want to sell berries in here again, like in 10 in this case, for the sell order, and we figure out like the market price, and then we also know that sometimes they are bought for a little bit higher than that. That means we can kind of split up our sell orders into a higher amount that is at lower prices and a lower amount that is at higher prices. But the problem is, if there's always a low amount in here that's being bought up all the time, then we will never get to the high prices. So what we want is to buy for cheap and to sell for high, right? And if the transaction price per unit is always 0.3, that means that we can basically buy this for 60, all of them, and then we can sell them for 65, and we would have made a profit of 0.02 or 0.02 gold coins if we do that, and if no one actually undercharges us, right? So that's market values for you. The only problem is I don't know how many you can place in here. Post this order for There might be a kind of safety feature in here that stops you from actually placing too many items for that, but you can kind of direct the market a little bit. You can give it a nudge, but it only works if there are no other items on the market and if you are able to actually buy and sell that. So yeah, what else can we do? Quantity 10, yeah, all of them. 14 days, 7 days, 28 days. Okay, so the amount of days does not matter. Oh, listing fee, there we go. This is also something that we have to keep in mind. Okay, so the listing fee is something that we have to subtract. So that means, wait a minute, just do some quick maths in here. So let's say we would buy all of those and sell them for the slightly higher prices with 0.5 bonus. Then that means, of course, the transaction charge has to be paid. And we have to get the initial fee in here. But the fee is dependent on the items. Interesting. The amount of items. And in this case it is... okay. 2 gold coins. I think. 2 gold coins per unit. What about the higher prices? It's also 2 gold coins per unit. Okay, so the per unit one is always the same, but it starts at a higher listing price if it's higher days. So this is the safer way of making sure that all of the goods are displayed well enough. So what we have to do is like, we have to buy all of them, the 424, and we have to sell them for this price over here, and then wait a minute, what's our net profit here? So 424 times 0.02, wait a minute, 0.02 is 8, no, that's the same value, you gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Okay, what happens if we go for a higher price in this one? That's 2, that's 41. No! It changes. You gotta be kidding me. It does change. So you cannot... I think you cannot change the prices. Yeah, at least not that much. That's very interesting. So wait a minute. 424. And this one times 0.02. Yeah, that's 842. That's 842 in profit. 842, right? If we sell all of them and make this, well, and yeah, pay off the transaction fee, of course. So 842. That's so iffy. 842. And then we also have to subtract the listing fee from it. And the listing fee in this case is a little bit higher than all of that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You cannot do that. You got to be kidding me. So, what about the listing fee of 65? Yeah. You got to be doing... You got to be... You gotta be kidding me. Four to four. Does that work? Oh, come on. It does not adjust it. Ah, okay. So what we can do is not use the 28 days thing. We can maybe try a 14 days. So yeah, you cannot use 28 days because then the listing fee is a bit too high. But you can list it at least for the 14 days period. Or maybe the 7 days might be half of that too. So... Or you can just go for the greedy 1 day thing. But yeah, the 28 day option for the market price adjustment does not work. But yeah, how much gold do I have? 42.39. I just want to know if that works or not. And if this is actually getting bought or sold a lot. So, let's see. Place sell order. Yeah, it's still the same. Buy berry. It's not berry. Just berry. Yeah, just berry. Yeah, that's the one. Let's see. First light. Time 20 days. Let's see what happens. Bloody fee that has to be placed. Okay, we can... You don't have enough coin to complete the transaction. Damn it. So I can only buy 70 of those. And this is not enough in order to deplete the 0.60 market price on this one. That's not good. Yeah, how much would that be? 0.6 times 400 whatnot. Come on. That one takes a bit too long. Okay, so 424 times 60 is... Oh, the fact that there's a point makes it a bit iffy to calculate, but anyway. Times 60 makes 4,000. 24,000. 24,000. 2,400. $240. Yeah, 240 something. 40, whatever. 200, maybe a little bit more than 40. I just calculated with the first value. So, 240 gold. Huh. That is not enough. Definitely not enough. definitely not enough. I cannot buy all of that. So do we have something that's cheaper? What? Oh, that's good. Listing unit price is 100 gold. I own 17 of a blueberry. Does anyone care about blueberries? I don't even know. What about charcoal? Maybe people in First Light don't care that much about it. But yeah, let's say I would want to sell this, right? I have... Let's sell 10 of those in the next 7 days. The listing fee is 33.4, and we want to sell it for like 1 gold each. I don't know if that would work or not, so let's just place that in there and see what happens. Why does it take ages? Come on. It should be right up there. What's going on? Anyway, let's just close this down. Let's just hope that the whole thing works. And no. Please wait. Ah, request throttled. Interesting. Did the request get throttled? Or like, what happened? My orders. Active order, complete expired, sell orders. There are no actors in. Why is it throttled? Active buy and sell orders, 100 and light. Interesting. So you can't do it for each and everything. So blueberries though. Let's see if someone buys that stuff. Come on. Just because there's a patch coming up, well, in half an hour, right? So maybe just for preparation purposes, they stop the buying and selling from happening. Because it can happen that a buying or selling request is getting sent to the server, but it is not handled by one server, but it's actually split because of the different kind of items that you can buy and sell. Request throttled. Please wait and try again. Either this is something to do with the server thing, or this is a general server problem. If it's a general server problem, then I don't quite like that. It just takes too long. Alright. Interesting that. Interesting. So, where is another one of those stashes? Stash down here. Request trouble. Please try again. Yeah, I know. I've guessed as much. Anyway, the thing that I want to say about the server thingy is that servers, at least for like large games, are kind of split apart, or actually everything that tries to manage a large list of items across multiple in and outputs, let's say. Different countries, different people using it at all times, means that you have to make it possible to adjust parts of the list, and to also make it possible that some parts of the list are more recent than others, and then at some point you just click on refresh on the server or something like that, and it saves the new values, and yeah, the whole list, or at least parts of the list, are always present. And then the server just checks other servers if they have that part of the list, and then takes the values from there. And this is basically what this this trading post does, in a very, very simple manner. But in this case, I would think that it really just runs on one server without getting split apart a little bit, because what needs to happen, right, is that a lot of people access one database, and this is well, this could definitely interfere a lot, because you have to read the same bits of data on one computer, which means, yeah, it just takes a little while. So what you have to do is split it up so that 2 people can read it, or copy the list or whatnot, and then you just merge them again together. But then you have to know exactly what was the most recent kind of thing. And in order to figure that out, well, no one knows how that's done. Yeah, then you have some kind of lag stuff if you try to update the servers and so on. Alright, now we had the item stash, but we don't really care that much about that, do we? What about the tools, though? Yeah, wait a minute. Salvage? No. Equip? No. Store? Yes. Shift and click. What else? This tool can be stored there too. I think I could craft another knife, right? I think so. Anyway, let's talk to Gladis Bond so that we at least finish this mission before the server goes down. Don't want to have an episode with a server shutdown at one point, so let's end it at least on a high note somewhat.
As you see, it may have lost its luster, but we have everything one could need in First Light. With decisive action, we can make this territory stronger than ever.
Sure.
I will continue to do what I can here, but ultimately it's up to Constable Oakes to rally the settlement.
Maybe she's got a plan.
I should certainly hope so. Sylvia's had enough time to develop her strategy. Please go and inquire as to her intentions. If she still has nothing to say, feel free to hover about until she does.
Alrighty, now it's again back to Sylvia Oakes. And we just have another try at selling our little berries at the marketplace. So, let's do this again. Blueberries sell. Let's go for another tenner. And this one for 14 days place. Yeah, I think they completely shut down the option of buying and selling. Or at least they also limited it for the newest kind of players, or the ones that just have gotten access to the whole system. Who knows? Also, oh yeah, wait a minute. I want to look at the town projects or like other kind of missions that I can do. Interesting. It's not looking as nice as it did on the board, like with all of those icons next to it and so on. This is basically just names and numbers, no images, which makes it difficult to actually know what everything is. Like if you just quickly scroll through this, you can't read it that easily, right? The only thing that you can kind of infer is an image or a symbol. This is stuff that you can maybe see on the rough if it flies by, if you scroll down or whatnot. But it would also be nice to have this a little bit smaller, actually, so that it does not take that much space away. Like, see that? There's an awful lot of dead space next to it. Like, this is empty space, this is empty space, this is also an empty space. Rectangle down here is also empty space. There's a bit of empty space, but yeah. Then you have stuff like this, which is just packed with information. Then you have this return here for delivery, which, I don't know if this is useful or not, but this one is just acquired, right? And deliver. Return here for delivery. Where do we need to deliver this one, though, right? I mean, isn't it always the same? But anyway, Coarse Leather. Yeah. Let's just finish with Coarse Leather, because tannery. Where's the tannery again? Damn it, I think I'm on the wrong location. What was that? Tannery. I'm looking for tannery. There we go. Coarse Leather. How much was it? 21, so we need another 9, I think. Ready. Hey, we get level working. Sweet. So now, did we do the mission or not? Where is this? Craft set, craft bruises. There we go, this one. Ah, so green means you can finish it. Complete at First Light Town project board. Okay. Do we have any other missions in here? Acquire firm fishnet. Well, cull wolves. They're somewhere outside. Search chest for bellows at the springs. Sure. Bulwark crude iron armaments. I can't do that yet. Craft bruised crude iron armaments. Nope. Can't do that either. The linen thing, like this is definitely something that I can do, but don't quite know where to get that linen. But I will figure that out at one point. So where's the bloody board actually? Was it? Ah, okay, yeah, it was a little bit uphill, wasn't it? You have to get all the way up. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's the same trading post. Are there two trading posts in here? No, you can just interact on both tables with it. So that's the one. Complete all missions, and this one is completed again, the green one. So let's accept that. Perfect. Wait a minute. Ah, seconds and minutes. All missions will refresh in so and so many minutes. Oh, look at that. So this is actually not that often, right? Acquire and deliver 30 linen, then there's some firm fish fillet. Some green wood. Acquire and deliver. I could start that. I could also finish it, I think. Might have a decent amount of it. Very interesting. The fact that it does refresh fairly often is nice. So, because I actually thought this would only refresh daily also. But that would be a bit iffy. So, now where do I acquire, deliver 100 green... Wait a minute. Where's the wooden part? 58 green wood. Is it the stuff that I have in my inventory, or... No. Oh, no, I need a bit more wood. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Alright. Need to get a bit more wood. But wait a minute. I think I... Nah, I can't cut this down. Damn it. I wanted to finish that. Okay, what about the map? Territorial standing 125 is needed. How much standing do I get for finishing this mission? 250, so that might be it. So let's just get out there and cut down some trees. Yeah, we cannot cut down these trees. Also not the ones inside here. And Yep, these are the ones. It could be that some of them are fairly high level, so it's a bit difficult for me to do that. But let's just cut those down really quickly before the server is going to shut down. Also, how many do I get? 10. Alright. Mature tree. Nope. Probably also a mature tree. Okay, so the large ones are mature. I need smaller ones. Let's deforest everything that we find in here. Green wood, yes. Ah! It has this bluish icon next to it because it is part of one of those settlement missions. That's cool. Like there's a main mission icon, which is the yellow one. And this one right here is the one for the settlement. Or side missions, or daily missions, or like reoccurring settlement missions. Softwood tree sap, sweet. 24 greenwood, that was a lot. And the big question is, how many do we need to acquire now? That's 15. It doesn't tell me how many I need for that mission. I could, town project, auto pin, yes. Acquire acquire and deliver 100 completed first already? Yeah. That's weird. Since when do I have that much? Ah, it adds it together with the stuff I have in the stash. Alright. Interesting. That's why it was so quick. Anyway, I want to get a few more trees down here. Just in case. Yeah, let's take these two, then we can give away the wood, and the rest we keep for crafting purposes. Every time we hit it, we lose durability, don't we? No, not every time we hit it, just every other time or whatever. Anyhow. Sadly, there's... Like, this is the only run option that there is. Oh, look at how we fling this axe around. That's just pretty sweet. So wait a minute, where do I finish this? All the way over here at the quest board. It's the town project board. The labeling. Oh, that's so weird, looking right through those stairs. Alrighty. Completed. And there's another one with flint next to it. So every half an hour, all of those missions you are turning in. You have 0 completed missions, except... What? Acquire, deliver, fit. Oh! Okay. No. Nah. That was... I thought I got some missions for that. That was weird. Constable's orders. Yeah, that's the other one. Anyway, let's just select another thing in here. Increase storage by another 50. Trading tax. Decrease trading tax rate by 5% in first light. Oh, now I understand why you want to lower this. But the thing is, it might just be in relation to the trading tax that's already in place. Like if it's 5% and you'd lower it by 5%, it's not down to 0. And also you will probably not get anything by trading. It lowers it by 5% off those 5%. So it's basically a 20th and times a 20th, which is like even less. So earn more XP in first light. No. Let's increase the storage again. So how much storage do we have? Like 5... Oh, okay. So it just tells you the new numbers at all times. It's not like, yeah, you got a few values and you get even more. No, this just resets it. Anyway, before we do any more of those town projects, is there a maximum of projects that we can have? Found the town boards, yeah, sure, but is there a maximum? I don't know. Could be. Oh, so close to leveling up. Come on. And then I would be level 10. That would be great. Wait. Where's the whole level up thing? Ah, view leveling reward. So level 10 we can unlock duels and we get a first back slot. Nice. But we can't really see what's beyond level 20. Or maybe this is everything that you can unlock. That's the first few levels, and then every level past this is basically just another level. But alright. I'm still not going to place any points in there. The thing is, you can reset, I think, points in here until you hit level 20. And then you have to pay some gold in order to respec. The other thing is that with weapon masteries in here, you can reset all of those skills also for free. Until you have one skill with mastery 10 in it. So this is also something to keep in mind. You can kind of play around with those weapons, move those skill points about and see if you like it or not. And then you can select one that you want to keep. And once you hit level 10, the whole thing costs you a little bit of gold to reset if you want to. But yeah, until that, you have the freedom to choose and switch accordingly. And in this case, with the whole attributes and whatever, what you can do is max out one stat, use it in order to level up quicker, and then before you hit level 20, you respec, you level up, and then you place the points in the build that you actually want to do, right? Which may not be the one that got you towards level 20 that easily, because maybe what you need afterwards is more, maybe you want to focus more on a spread out kind of build, or more like constitution focused build, so you have more defense and so on. So at the beginning you focus just on one weapon, but the further you go, the more variety you may need in terms of weapons. Therefore you need like more than just one attribute in here. But I kind of found out that the hatchet is a really good ranged weapon, and for some reason the spear is also a good weapon, and I haven't really tried out the great axe yet, but some of them are pretty decent. I have to check out the rapier though, like this thing is something that I want to test too. Anyway, before I talk to Sylvia Oaks in order to finish Constable's orders, I am going to end this little episode and continue, of course, with another one at another time. Hopefully we don't need to wait that long until the update is being loaded onto the server. Until then, like and subscribe. Ta-ta.